And we're live again.
Finally, it's been a while.
Been a long little minute. How you been? Been good?
I've been good. I've been excited, ready for football.
Big expectations this season.
Feels like forever.
Man, our season does feel like it's been on forever. But of course, since we last talked to y'all, we had the biggest trade in the NFL offseason this year. Julio Jones is officially a Tennessee Titan. Offense is looking explosive.
Yeah.
Any predictions for the offense this year?
A record scoring offense.
Okay.
I think we'll be number one scorers for sure. There's no question.
I can see that because we was number 2 last year,
Yeah.
and that was without Julio.
Without Julio, without a healthy A.J. Brown, it's all the cards are falling into place. Made improvements on defense.
Yes.
Improvements at secondary. Tight end, we got to work on tight end a little bit. Got to work on tight end. I like Ferguson, but I think we need a little more depth. Because if he gets hurt, we're screwed.
I noticed something about Fertz. He's a pass catcher.
Yeah.
He's not really a blocker.
No, he pretty much a flex.
Yeah. A little concerned about that, but we'll worry about that issue when it comes.
We just run to the left. I think we'll be fine. We need to get Quentin Nelson. I'll put in a couple $100. If every single Titans fan puts in a couple $100, we'll have enough to pay him.
How are we going to get him?
Tell some other truckers to give it to us. I don't know. Trade somebody. We'll give him, what's his name? Salisbury. What's his name? Sambrillo. I couldn't think of his name. We'll give him Sambrillo plus a couple $100,000.
Yeah.
I think that'll work.
A couple million.
Fine. We'll pay his salary. What is his salary? Probably like $82 million for 2 years.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah, he is one of the best. So.
Of course.
All right, we're talking about fantasy today.
Yep, fantasy. Right. So you tell me, in the quarterback position.
Quarterback.
Who you got?
So number one, I hate saying it because it hurts me to the core, but I think Patrick Mahomes is, number one go-to quarterback. Good passer. I mean, they don't run that much. They pass. They're a pass-first offense for sure. So there's your point right there. Number two, we got Aaron Rodgers. All right, and I got an honorable mention on the best part of the quarterback, Josh Allen. But I had to go. I did 3, and I picked Tannehill over him because Tannehill. I mean, he did good last year. I think with Julio, it's going to elevate him to tier number 1. So what do you think about him?
But like what you said, the reason I would put Tannehill over Josh Allen is because where you could select Tannehill in the draft.
Mm-hmm.
If you get Josh Allen, to me, as soon as somebody takes Patrick Mahomes, if you want a Josh Allen, you have to take him with your next pick. But Tannehill, he's going to be all over in fantasy drafts this year. Some people have him going in around the 5th round, and some people don't select quarterbacks till even the 10th round, so they have him going around there. So it just depends on where you can get him. But on draft position, I would put Tannehill, because he's a dark horse for the MVP this year.
Mm-hmm.
Tannehill, he's going to have a good season. There's no ifs, ands, buts about it. So I agree.
I think they might take the load a little bit off Derek. I still think he's going to beat the single-season rushing record, though.
You do?
I do. But, I mean, he has a whole nother game, and even if they take the load off, we play Houston. He's going to run all over Houston again. And plus, we played the Jags twice. They've gotten worse. Played Houston twice. They've gotten terrible. So, I think, it's a pretty clear cut. Just road to records. A lot of records are going to be broke this year. Just from that one game.
That extra game, that extra game is going to go a long way. I'm excited for the extra game.
Oh, yeah.
More football.
Because I care about preseason, but I don't at the same time.
Yeah,
I'd rather it be regular season.
I'm ready for September 12th.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Who do you have in the bust category for your quarterbacks? A no for you.
Derek Carr and Sam Darnold. 2 pretty much obviously choices. I think Carson Wentz will also be on that list, but I just went with 2.
Yeah.
But I think Carson Wentz will get hurt again by week 11, 12.
Carson Wentz was my number 1 no. Not even because of hurting, but because he had an MVP type season, but after that he's done nothing. I think Carson Wentz is gonna get nabbed because Colts fans, they have him in their book as their savior already.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think that Carson Wentz is going to be good. So I wouldn't select him. That's the
Isn't
no
he
for
hurt
me.
already?
Yeah. Derek Carr always gets hurt. Derek Carr does the same thing.
I need
every
Derek
year.
Carr to get hurt so my boy Marcus, can get a shot. Just give him one chance. He had a chance last year. He didn't do terrible. He did better than his last couple games as a Titan.
They actually said Marcus has been having an outstanding camp.
That's good.
Like really, they said it's been his best camp since he came in rookie year. And he went for everybody, and everybody was kind of overhyping it. Oh, we didn't throw an interception in practice, and then threw a bunch during the season.
Yeah.
But they said Marcus is having his best camp since the rookie season. So
I want him to have a good career.
Yeah, I think Marcus is going to end up getting that starting job. Gruden wants Marcus, but I mean, they pay Carr.
Yeah.
So you can't just sit your starter down for no good reason. You got to wait for
I was thinking they was going to trade Carr this offseason, but it never happened.
Sleeper team for trading Carr, they said the Giants would be.
They're still going with Daniel Jones?
Yup. I think Daniel Jones is out of there next year.
Yeah, probably.
Sleeper for the quarterback position.
So, Jalen Hurts, I think is a big one. People gonna hate this. Justin Fields. I don't think Trevor Lawrence. I don't think Trey Lance. I don't think Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson might have an okay season, but I don't think it's gonna be anything that you want on your fantasy team. When we're talking about fantasy specifically, I think Justin Fields, because he can rush, he can pass the ball.
Long-term prediction. Who do you think out of those quarterbacks you taking in this year's draft has the best career?
Justin Fields.
I agree.
I've said that since day one.
Yeah.
I think Trevor Lawrence, he's going to get beat the heck up in Jacksonville.
Yeah.
He's not going to do that good. I think if they can get him better protection, I think he will turn out to be okay. But as of now, I don't think so. Trey Lance, he ain't even start. He's in San Francisco, ain't he? No. Zach Wilson, he's a pretty boy, but I don't really think he'll do good in the NFL. So that's who I'm picking with.
I give Justin Fields for sure. That man, he been different. Like if y'all watch the Netflix show QB1, Justin Fields, he been like that.
He didn't even smile when he got drafted. Didn't talk to his family, nothing. He's different. Still different.
But my second, I see Trey Lance. Kyle Shanahan is just waiting. I feel bad for Jimmy G because Kyle Shanahan is just waiting for the moment.
He can't win. Jimmy G, no.
He's just waiting for the moment to put Trey Lance in that starting lineup. And in a couple preseason games I watched, Trey Lance has been doing his thing. Trevor Lawrence, he's not going to be put in a position to be successful.
No.
I feel bad for him.
It's just like, I think that's the problem with every early number one pick is you're number one for a reason because that's the worst team in the NFL. And it's just like they set you up to where if you're actually worth that number one pick, you'll succeed. But if you're not, just like Marcus, number 2.
Yeah.
He was injury prone. Jameis. Hopefully Jameis steps up this year. Maybe he's found his team in the Saints. I don't know.
And another thing is, people give up on quarterbacks quick these days. And I'm not blaming anybody, but that's because look at Patrick Mahomes. He came in, he set that year, played a couple games. The next year, it was his team, MVP type season. So I think people give up on quarterbacks too quickly. And I'm not saying Trevor Lawrence will be a bust in the draft, but he's not going to be worth the hype. And it's not even his fault. Yeah. He can't get a pass off the Saints.
No. I saw NFL, they posted him in the huddle, and then didn't post anything after that, and they were like, why is it just him in the huddle? But it was because he literally sacked on that play. Sacked and fumbled on that play. I was like, poor guy. Bro's going to have a concussion by week 2.
Yeah, they definitely have not put him in the best position to be successful. On the running backs, I think I know who you're going to say, but who's your number one choice for running backs this year?
Derrick Henry. I mean, he got 202, because what are the yards? Do you get a point?
I think it's every 10 yards you get a point, and a touchdown is 6.
So just by touchdowns, that's 102. 27 divided by 10 be 202. So yeah, 202 points.
Derrick's of course gonna have a big year, but Derrick, if you can get Derrick in your fantasy draft, you would be stupid to pass him up. Not because of who he is or what he's done in the past. If you look at it from health standpoints, Derrick is your safest bet to be up there. Yes, CMC is dynamic, injury prone. Dalvin Cook, He always misses a couple games. Injury prone. Nick Chubb, injury prone. So if you look at the trend with running backs, Derek is your safest. Yes, Alvin Kamara doesn't get hurt, but we really don't know what that Saints offense is going to be this year. So if you have the pick to get Derek, I think you have to take Derek as a no-brainer because he's the safest bet.
And then we got what he said, Alvin Kamara. But again, I think his rushing yards won't be that great point-wise, but I think his receiving yards and his receiving touchdowns will help him out a little bit. Then I had Dalvin Cook. He was like a maybe because I know he leaves early from games a good amount. I don't know when the last time he's played like a full season healthy is, but now it's time to piss people off. So my no's are CMC because injuries, like you said. Don't get me wrong, he's an amazing running back / receiver because that's what he does. He catches the ball. Oh my God. It's like he's a god to you Panthers fans.
So you completely have him on the no list. Not the maybe, not the boomer, but just the no. You're staying away from CMC.
To me, it's a no because I know I'm not going to take him. If I got the whole running back list, if I'm number one pick, I'm not taking CMC. He's too much of a liability, honestly.
I'm going to compare two backs that are similar and two running backs that have been really compared their whole career. If you have the choice, are you taking Alvin or CMC to lead your fantasy team this year?
Probably CMC, but if Derek's on the board, I'm taking Derek.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
that's
not being
no
biased. It's just like Derek does not get.
Oh, geez.
But Derek has very healthy years, so he's a safe bet. And then I think I can get some good quarterbacks and wide receivers to back him up.
But yeah, and another thing with Alvin is he did get a lot of his fantasy points from the receiving yards.
And the 6 touchdowns he got on that last game, I was like, bro, that's stupid.
Drew Brees is no longer your quarterback.
Yeah.
That means that check down to Alvin,
That's what I was thinking
where he takes it 20 yards, that's gone. Jameis is throwing it.
Yeah.
Good pass, bad pass. Jameis is launching it down the field. So I feel like that's really going to hurt Alvin's fantasy output. But actually, believe it or not, I'm still taking Alvin over CMC. Strictly because of health. CMC scares me.
Yeah, I had him last year. I took him last year. And then he plays 3 games. I'm like,
CMC scares me with the health.
That's why I lost my league last year because I didn't have no good running backs. I was in a full 12-man league, and I take CMC with like the 2nd pick, and I'm just like, okay. Oh, no. What happened is I drafted somebody, and then CMC, because he started off the year hurt.
Yeah.
And so they dropped him. And I was like, I'd be stupid to not pick him up. So I pick him up, and he plays those 3 games, and I'm just like, then he gets hurt again. I'm like, it's stupid.
Who's your sleepers for the running back position?
Oh, I'm not done with the no.
Oh, you're not done with the no?
I think Ezekiel Elliott is also a no. He sucks. I don't like him. He's not good. He had 1 good year, and y'all hype him up for it. And then I got Josh Jacobs. I never thought he was. I thought he was good like 2 years ago. I thought he was okay. I'm not gonna say, oh god, he was so great. But I think he had a decent year. But then last year he sucked. So he's not getting on my fantasy roster.
He's not. You think Zeke? I think Zeke has a redemption year.
No.
Zeke knows he had a horrible year. Fantasy.
And he gonna have another horrible year.
Real year last year. Zeke knows he had a horrible year. Zeke been wearing hoodies to get in shape. Zeke, I think he has a bounce back year. I'm not gonna.
If you get rid of the crop tops, he might do good.
I'm not gonna reach to select him in my fantasy draft, but if he falls to me, I'm definitely just not gonna take him. So I would take Zeke.
So these are my sleepers. I don't know, is it Najee or Najee? Najee, that's what I thought. Najee Harris. I said he dominated at Alabama. He's agile and elusive. And he's got a little power to him. So I said him and Antonio Gibson from Washington. Last year he had 795 yards and 11 touchdowns, 250 receiving. So I mean, that's 79 points right there and 25 right there. And then 11 touchdowns. I mean, it's not bad for Washington. So, and then I said a good backup also for the sleepers, Kareem Hunt. He had 5 touchdowns receiving, 6 touchdowns rushing, and about 1,000 yards combined for rushing and receiving. So, for splitting.
agree. That's
And
a
then
pretty solid list.
if Chubb gets hurt again, he's gonna take up all the carries, receiving, everything. So I mean, that's my. And I think another no for me is Saquon, because he's still hurt, ain't he?
Yeah, you
I
put
don't think
Saquon
he'll
as
come
no.
back. Yeah, I wouldn't think.
I don't.
Because he's also injured prone. What's up with running backs?
I wouldn't say Saquon is a no, but they have him ranked.
Definitely ain't gonna be my top pick.
No, they have him ranked. It's like Christian. Derek is fourth. It's like Christian, and then it's like Alvin, and then they have Barkley. No, they don't have Dalvin on like projected points this year, and the Giants really didn't improve that offensive line that was so bad.
Derek can't do nothing right. Like legit, anybody from the Titans, if you want to be famous and yes, Derek's got more credit, but that's because he had 2,027 yards. I wasn't even gonna pay attention, but I mean AJ overshadowed by DK, Tannehill overshadowed by literally everybody. Who else? Our offensive line does not get talked about. Ben Jones, one of the best centers. All right, Rodgers, Saffold, Taylor Lewan, and then our secondary. And I mean, our defense, y'all still saying our defense sucks. How? How are you saying our defense still sucks? We've literally done nothing but improved it. But we'll see. We'll see. I'll prove out wrong. It's okay. We're winning the Super Bowl. And I put that on paper. We're winning the Super Bowl this year. I promise you. We'll go undefeated too. Maybe 15-2. But we're going undefeated. I'm just tired of the slander.
We do get slandered a lot.
God.
We get slandered a lot.
It's tough being a Titans fan.
It is.
Especially when you're going 12-4, you get slandered on, but when you're going 2-14, you literally don't hear a thing. I don't get it. I really don't get it. I don't. It's fine though. It's fine. Let's move on to wide receivers. So first, I got Devontae Adams.
Okay.
All right. Then I got Calvin Ridley, A.J. Brown, Justin Jefferson. I didn't put DK because screw DK. He's all right. AJ's better.
Yeah.
And you got to think, here's another thing you got to think about when you're looking at, stats and everything. We have an offense that gives Derek the ball. I got it written down somewhere. Hold on. Compared to other running backs. Find it now. Here it is. Almost 100 times more than other people give theirs. So, why? You can't go based off that because that's carries and receptions that AJ don't get. You know what I'm saying? So screw DK, screw Seattle. Y'all gonna suck this year.
Whoa, you think so?
No. I think Russell, that's another person on my QB. I'll take him if he's still there. I think he's gonna start off hot like last year.
Like he always does. Russell is unmatched for the first 6 weeks of the season. Unmatched.
I think Dak will have a good season too. I really do. I want him to because he was doing good last year. And then wasn't it Logan Ryan? Wasn't it Logan Ryan?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had Dak and I had Russell. I was like, I'm screwed. Russell started throwing picks. I was like,
once Dak got hurt, I picked up Justin Herbert and Ryan Tannehill. So
I picked up Tanny. Somebody dropped him. I'm like, oh, you're done.
But yeah, that is for wide receivers. I agree. I think Justin Jefferson continues to have a big year. AJ does what he's gonna do. Calvin Ridley, like you said, I want
to see. Are you gonna talk about Justin Jefferson?
No, what are you gonna say?
Okay. I want to see what he does this year, because he's not the for sure best category on my list, but he's he had such a good season last year. There's really no way you can do terrible this year, because he's gonna get looked at more by the quarterback, and if he just catches the ball, that's all he's got to do is catch the ball. Run good routes. Simple as that.
But my sleeper class for receiver this year is so deep, because if you're a Titans fan, Corey Davis is a sleeper, bro. A lot of people are not going to be paying attention to him.
6 yards away, I think. Was it 6 yards away from 1,000 last year?
He is Zach Wilson's bona fide number one. Mm-hmm. Yes, Elijah Moore has been having a big camp, but Corey Davis is Zach Wilson's number one. He had 4 receptions for 70 yards in a preseason game. Another sleeper, well, he was a sleeper until Monday night. Marquez Callaway, 2 amazing touchdown grabs. If you can snag him, especially while Michael Thomas is out, do it. Because that is his offense right now. Outstanding camp. There you go.
That's another good receiver that I would put on my ant list is Michael Thomas because he's just injury prone this past season too. So I was just like, man. My sleepers is Will Fuller. I put that as like a maybe, maybe. Because he's always had like an up and down season. Corey Davis, Jerry Jeudy, and CeeDee Lamb. I think they'll have big years.
You do?
I think Teddy, it'll be a better fit for Drew Lock for Jerry Jeudy because it's Teddy Bridgewater in comparison to Drew Lock because Drew Lock sucks. He's got a mouth on him for how bad he is.
Now, I noticed a couple questions, like, you didn't include Tyreek Hill on your best list. Is he up there with the best, or where do you rank Tyreek Hill?
I just don't care about Tyreek Hill, bro. I'm trying to leave Chiefs players off this. I don't care about him. I don't care about him. But yeah, I would draft him if I had the opportunity.
Tyreek Hill is definitely a go-getter for me. And I hate to say it, I really do. I don't want to say it. If you can get DeAndre Hopkins for week 1, get him. Yes, our defense is a lot better.
He ain't gonna tear him up.
But it's DeAndre Hopkins. He's been tearing the Titans up his whole career.
Who's our number 1 cornerback?
Janoris.
Ah, he good. He gonna lock him up. I promise you. DeAndre's getting 50 receiving yards. That's it. No touchdowns, nothing.
You don't think he scores at all?
Nah.
I think he scores.
Nah.
I think he might even put up 2 touchdowns.
Is he gonna play?
Who?
Larry Fitzgerald? Because he's talking about he don't even want to play. He's undrafted free or
he's not on the team.
unrestricted free.
I don't think I realized until I was reading something on ESPN. Because, some people, you just get used to being on a team.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think I realized.
17 years, wasn't it?
I don't think I realized Larry Fitzgerald's not on the Cardinals anymore. Yeah. And it's not because they don't want him. It's because he don't even know if he want to play anymore.
Yeah, because I read that. He was like, I don't even know. I just don't have the urge to play. Hey, Cardinals, I know they were scared for a minute because DeAndre was like, if I'm going to do something, if I don't want to get the vaccine and it's going to not benefit the team, I might not play. I'm like, oh, they are shivering.
But yeah, I didn't realize until I read something that Larry is not on the Cardinals.
Might as well just go get him. I mean, whatever. Go ahead. Pay the man. I'd play for a couple million.
I don't even think it's
Tell
about
him
money.
we ain't got no state income tax. Bro, you know how much they get taxed? It's like 41%.
Trey Lance is like a third of his contract. I don't know why, but it just randomly, it was on my TikTok For You page. Because California taxes are higher than everything else.
It's the highest.
Trey Lance, a third of his rookie contract with the taxes.
Well,
call me what you want.
But I mean, $2 million, you still get $1 million here. So I mean.
But if somebody draft me in California, I'm gonna say, do I have to go?
Yeah.
Like,
can you add a couple $500 million onto it just to cover taxes?
Pay my taxes. I'll take a little pay cut or something. Pay the taxes. So who's your no for receivers?
I really just did this to piss off Steelers fans, but I put Juju.
Juju?
I think Chase is very overrated as well. Yes.
I agree.
This is where I got pissed off. He had 1 good game. Maybe 2 good games. And, everybody was crazy for him. And they're too worried about TikTok, bro.
Corvette.
And then he got rocked at the 50. By the Bengals, man. By the Bengals.
But yeah, I don't think somebody I hope can turn it around would be Jamar Chase. He has not had a good preseason.
That's why I was gonna put him on a maybe, but
yeah, he hasn't had a good preseason.
Because you can't get him deep enough in the field because Joe Burrow still got no protection. They suck.
If you're the GM in that situation, are you listening to your star quarterback?
No, I'm getting stuff to protect him.
Me too. At first I was like,
I paid him too much money to, I'm going to let you get hit, tear your ACL again. Oh, but you want your buddy from college. No, bro, it's a business.
It is.
It's a business.
It is. So
that's like an insurance. If you own a $25 million property, you can either get insurance or you can add an extra $25 million building. You go get insurance. Because if it burns down, you lose all your money. That's all I'm saying. But I guess whatever, it's whatever.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to sit my
Glad it
QB.
ain't my team.
I'm gonna have to sit my QB down and say, hey, bud, no.
You don't make the decision, so
That's not
like, we'll listen. We'll take into consideration, but it's a no. Like, plain and simple. If I don't want to do what you want to do, I'm not doing it.
So, you have a theory. You think the Titans defense, as bad as they were last year, are sleepers in fantasy defense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. 100%.
I want to so bad, but I'm so...
You don't have no faith.
I have faith. I definitely think we're going to be better than last year, because
Well,
Bud,
obviously, bro.
Caleb...
Can't get no worse than last year.
Can't. But I definitely... But to be my fantasy defense... I'm not sure, man. To be my fantasy
Let me have them.
defense-
That's fine. I'll take them.
We know you will.
I'll take them. 12 points a game. I'll take it. Might have 1, 2, or 3 games, but like.
You know who people are sleeping on in the tight end position, though? Our boy Johnny Smith.
Yeah.
Because Belichick has proven he loves tight ends.
Mm-hmm.
You know who else loves tight ends? Cam Newton loves tight ends. Cam Newton made Greg Olsen further his career. So I think, and not only do the Patriots have 1, but they have 2. They have Jonnu Smith, they have Hunter Henry. So I think that's going to be good. I think Jonnu has a good, and I'm not going to say it's a hot take, but it's going to be bold. I think Jonnu Smith finishes in the top 5 of fantasy for tight ends this year.
I mean, because really, who you think?
You got
Obviously, Travis. That's for sure.
Dude out of Oakland, Darren Wallace.
Darren Waller.
Who are your next 2 step-up tight ends? I think Jonnu has a big year into the top 5.
As long as they pass to him, he can catch, he can block. I
saw
wish
him
we
run.
just used him more. If we used him more, we could have got more for him in the trade, but you know, it's fine. It's whatever.
I was so hurt when I found out him and Corey were leaving, but I knew it was, something has to be done, but you don't want to do it.
Yeah.
I knew those were 2 moves that had to be done.
But would you keep them 2 over Julio?
No.
Okay.
We saw what happened last year. First round exit. Julio, I'm taking Julio every time. I'm taking Julio every single time.
I think so. Right now, I believe we can win the Super Bowl, but I think if we get one player, it's for sure. You already know who I'm gonna say. Mr. William Compton. He just got married, so he is ready to take the field, prove to his wife that he's the breadwinner, and he's gonna get a ring, the Super Bowl ring. She already got the other ring. I'm just saying, we need to tag him in this, so he can see it.
Even if he don't make the team, somebody tells the Titans they better mail him a ring when we get it. Because we're getting it.
Or just bring him in like as a assistant linebacker coach or something. Or like make up some job title for him. Because I know in the locker room he's a good time. I just know it. And I feel like that's really why they brought him back last year. Locker room camaraderie.
Yeah.
He was a good special
And
teams
anyway,
coach.
traded on Twitter when he got that forced fumble.
Yeah.
Everybody just wants Will to be good, man.
I loved it.
I was in a restaurant
I was so
screaming,
happy for
the
him.
boy!
I was so happy. What else? He trended for something else too.
Probably when he posted crowd
Oh, it
faces
was-
on the Ravens.
No, that and it was the haircut. You remember his haircut? That was bad. That was really bad.
I would just wear it. I'd have worn it.
I would, or put my helmet on, like coming into the bubble and leaving, and on the field in the locker room. I wouldn't have taken it off.
That was a bad haircut.
That was really bad.
There you go. That are our fantasy predictions for the year. We're starting a fantasy league, so we'll make sure to keep you guys updated on that. And hit us up with your fantasy ideas if you have any hot takes, cold takes, who you think is sleeper. Anything else you want to add?
I don't think so.
All right. And I wish everybody good luck on their fantasy season. We're out.
Oh, we got some highlights too that we're gonna play at the end of